Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going great. I'm up and ready to make food for my family. I enjoy making food, love making food, love doing this. This is one of my favorite times, is being in the kitchen and preparing meals for my family. So today was just gonna be a treat making day. I thought I'll make a bunch of treats and then we'll keep them in the freezer and we'll have a bunch. But then I thought, you know what? I still have to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. We still need to eat. So you're gonna get all of it. You're gonna get a full day's worth of meals and a bunch of treats that we can have in our freezer and have for the week. So I'm just gonna get back. I used to just bake once a week. I used to bake, I think it was Wednesdays, might have been Thursdays, once a week. And then we made our bread that day. And then that was the only time we baked and made food. And then we had that for the whole week until the following week. So I'd like to get back to that somewhat if life allows me to do that, and I'm sure it will. So today is gonna be that day that I'm gonna start with that. So yesterday I did make dinner. I did my grocery haul and I was gonna keep filming for the day, but you know what? I didn't. It was a day that I was like, you know what? I just need some time just to not have to worry about filming and just relax and enjoy my kids. And I did. We did. We had a good time. We went to the park and got out, and it was sunshine and warmer. And then came home and made food. So this is what I made when I came home. So I mixed up my hamburger here, threw a bunch of stuff into it as best I could. I was like, what do I have to flavor this? So I threw in, I didn't have any breadcrumbs, or I didn't want to use the crackers up because we only had a little bit of crackers. So I just used oatmeal in here, mixed it up, used my new little gloves that I got at the discount store, which was really good. And then I was gonna make it into a pan, but it was getting close to dinner. We only had about an hour till dinner and I didn't want to be baking it forever. So I put them in muffin tins and that worked. I put them right in there. They cooked up real quick that way. Then I made some cheesy potatoes. I forgot about how much they enjoyed these cheesy potatoes. Even when we went to serve it, the kids were like, how come there's so much gone? Because everybody loves cheesy potatoes. Cheesy potatoes are good. So I just had a can of nacho cheese and I put that in there, and I had some sour cream, and then we also had regular cheese to use up. So I threw that in there and just mixed it up. Usually, sometimes you put a can of cream of chicken. I didn't have that. It was still delicious. So my children, some of you recommended getting the dairy, like the lactate dairy pills, I think, that you would just take before you would eat some dairy. So we have gotten those, and the children that deal with it, they've tried them. They work a little bit. They're not bad. So it was one of those things because they really wanted these cheesy potatoes, and I said, well, take a couple before you eat and see how we do. And they did fine with them. So it's one of those things that they know in the back of their mind what some certain dairy does to them. So it's like, do I even want to attempt that? So but they were good. So then I made, and Jaden wanted a baked potato instead, so I threw in a baked potato as well in the oven just to have separate, because she said she didn't want to do all that cheese. And then for vegetables, I just put some California blend, a little bit of extra broccoli, and some the Saison Complete seasoning on top, salt and pepper, put in the oven. This was delicious. I pulled out a loaf of bread as well from the freezer, and we just sliced it up and then put butter on it. It was an easy dinner. It was delicious. I got to cook, and while I was cooking, I got to sit down, had to go through some school with the kids and get a few things done that we didn't get done during the day, earlier hours, and it was good. And then we all sat down, had dinner. And it was good. They were like, we don't like meatloaf. I said, it's okay, try it with the gravy. And they tried it with the gravy. They said, some were like, yum, this is delicious. Some were like, it's not bad, but they like it better than the ketchup topping for sure. So I just had that little packet of gravy, put it in the microwave, mixed up, and poured it on top. So more like a Salisbury steak, I guess. So more Salisbury steak patties versus meatloaf patties, but it's all the same. It's hamburger all mixed up with the gravy. So it was a good, delicious dinner. We enjoyed eating it. We had to pull up the salads for it, and there's all the delicious food we had last night. Now I'm gonna get on to breakfast. So I pulled out, I have a lot of bagels. I was gonna just do bagels today, but Miss Barbara, we call her Grandma Barbara, she is so sweet. Look what she sent. A crepe maker. Yeah, like some of you, I bought the crepe pan, and then someone said, you need to get a real crepe maker. And I was like, what, really? Here's a crepe maker. So I'm going to attempt to make some crepes today. Some kids wanted crepes, some wanted eggs, because we haven't had a lot of eggs lately. So I thought, you know what? I will do a few of the crepes. She gave me a recipe book as well. I thought that would be sweet and savory. So this will be neat to do some extra recipes maybe later on after we find out how much we enjoy our crepe machine. So I'll do some crepes, but I'll also do some bacon, because I got a lot of bacon. I'm gonna do scrambled eggs because we have eggs. And then if they want to do crepes, they can. If they want to have a bagel with the eggs and the bacon, they can too. Either way, we have a lot of either one. So it doesn't matter. And we'll have this today. We can have it tomorrow. I'll do food tomorrow, but I won't be doing breakfast because I'll have leftovers that way. So, and then I got one more Christmas card. So sweet. Little Christmas card from Angel. Angel and family. I thought it was so sweet, so I like it. Oh, I didn't even see the description was at the end. For I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. I have that over by my desk. I actually have it in my in my mirror in my closet where I get ready, my little prayer area, and I also have it as a plaque on the wall. So thank you so much for that wonderful reminder, Angel. So we're gonna get making food. You ready? We're gonna make some food. Get going. We got apron on. I'm thinking bacon in the oven or bacon. What's better? I don't know. Oven or not. If you start the oven, then it's like it's already started. I could just put it in the air fryer, but it does make a mess in the air fryer. Well, let's just do the oven. It's easy. Put it in the oven on a baking sheet. We'll put that in. I will get my eggs. I'll make those up and get those ready, and then we'll do our crepes. Bacon real easy. Just put it on the cookie sheet. A lot of you told me just put the paper in there, and I did. It works. Put in the oven and put on 350. 375 makes it a little bit more crispier, quicker, but 350 is good for me. Now I'm mixing up the eggs. Don't even feel bad about using the eggs. Before it's like, all right, 1 egg per person because like they're 50 cents an egg, but these were much less costly. So don't feel bad about mixing. I just put water in here. I'm not going to put any cheese because some kids don't do cheese, and that way they can just have it plain, but the rest can have cheese mixed in if they want to add it. Okay, got up the crepe thing. This is gonna be fun. I was reading the instructions. I'm like, okay, they have like tools to like smooth it out and then a flipper. I'm like, I gotta flip it. We're gonna try our best. So I'm gonna follow the recipe here that it gives, and then I'm gonna double it because, you know, we wanna make some more for tomorrow, and we're just going to, we'll mix it up. We'll just see how it goes here. That's all I can do. So let me put the ingredients in the bowl here that it says. Okay, all of this is first time using a crepe maker. So I just put butter on here. It said just to, I'm gonna go like this. Just spread the butter. They said 4 was a middle number. So let's just do 1 cup of this. Okay, quickly place the batter into the center, moving clockwise or counterclockwise, and spread it. Okay, I can do this, right? So if you do that, and then this. Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna have to learn where to push down. How much to push down? Okay, there's probably a trick to using this little tool. I'm sure I could Google it. It's about letting it go down. How far do you push it down? All right, so we're gonna work on that. We'll just spread it out. Okay, again, it's gonna be working, and it says let's see, quickly cook for 1 to 2 minutes. Use, if desired, use it to turn it over. So I don't think I actually have to flip it over. We're gonna see. I don't know. That's a big crepe. And then you would just pick it up like this. Huh. We'll try it and see how it goes. I've got wax paper sheets, so I'll just put it on a plate and cover it with wax paper and keep layering them. That way it says keep warm. I think it's gonna work. So like, it's already done. This is the part where I'm on film and you have to do this just right. I think you just lift it up with this. Let it cook for another minute. It's not brown yet. We'll see. It's big, so I feel like it's gonna be really much harder to get it out of here. We're trying. You ready? Let's get the first one. Oh, so it's gonna just want to pull right off. It's not gonna ruin it. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Okay, much bigger than my plate here. That's okay. We'll just go like that. Okay, let's try this again. Not bad. I'm gonna go a little bit smaller. I like what looks on there than it is, so that it can fit on the plate. I wonder if you just let this sit on and rest and then do it. Look at how fun this is gonna be. I think the kids will enjoy making these as well too. This is all like trial and error, people. Okay, so basically you can just keep doing that, right? I feel like I'm a window washer. Okay, so I'm not sure how to do that process perfectly, but this is good. This is working. And these will be just, they'll just hang over the edge. They're gonna be delicious. Now my kids like doing, like you can do fruit and stuff inside, and we don't have any of that. I don't have any fresh strawberries or anything. It'd be good, I don't even have fresh bananas, those aren't mine. I have rotten ones. Those would be good, but they will put like peanut butter in there, and they've got chocolate syrup they can put on there, and they also have, what else do we have? Like Cool Whip, like whipped topping they can put in there too. But I feel like that is gonna work. Well, look at that, it even bubbles up a little bit. Okay, so that one is a little, okay, that's nice. All right, so I could flip it over technically. Let's try. We'll cook that side. That one's a little bit thicker. I feel like that one's a little bit better. I like the smaller size of it. And then just pick it up. Wow. Impressive. Ah, wait. Okay, so there we go. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's make a bunch more. Okay, I've gotten lots of kitchen gadgets over the years, lots of kitchen gadgets, lots. Being a blogger, you get many sent to you. So there's been a few things I keep and I love. This is really great. This is really great. This would be so nice because it's kind of separate away from the stove, like when you're cooking pancakes. I feel like a big giant griddle would be nice too because you have all the pancakes sitting out, but this, I feel like this is a good thing. It looks like you can cook other things on it too. I think on the package it was showing you cook eggs and stuff on here. This is not bad. This is not a sponsored video, but this is a very cool little contraption. So I think a lot of you recommend getting a crepe maker. And I was like, do I really need a crepe maker? It's like, do you need one of those things? I think you need one. If you need something to spend your money on, get yourself a crepe maker. If you like crepes. I feel like this is gonna be the new pancakes for our family. Look at that. Sorry, I'm not showing you anything right now. I feel like that's gonna be the new pancake for our family instead of doing pancakes. I mean, we like doing waffles too. They do like doing waffles. I should show you while I'm talking, sorry. They do like doing waffles. Pancakes are kind of like, it's kind of one of those things they've died off not liking. But we've had so many, so I feel like probably that's the reason why. But this will be a new thing to enjoy using. For sure. If you have the space for it, it's one of those things when you have a bunch of gadgets, I gotta look that up. I'm sure there's like a way to go like this, fling it around really fast and do a nice circle. That's okay, we'll just do it like that. But it's like one of those, the gadgets, if you have the place for it, this is not bad. But, you know, it's like, could you do it with a griddle? You probably could too, I'm sure, but the roundness and getting the right tools to flip it, I think, is the key. Because in a pan, you would kind of like twist your pan. I don't know, I'm just talking. I'm just talking, enjoying my griddle, my little crepe maker here. So have fun. Okay, I'm gonna keep making these, and then I'm almost done here. And then my bacon is cooking. Is it done? Almost done. We'll have that in there with the eggs. I'm bending down so you can see me, and then we'll move on to the next few things. So I'm gonna use up. Should I do baking next or my food? Do I get all my food done and then do baking? No, let's move on to baking. Let's just move on to baking next. We'll do that. I'm just thinking, I'm like, what should I do? I think I'll do the baking, then I'll do the food. I'm gonna do, we have yesterday, sorry, can I do that and talk? There we go. Yesterday I got a lot of that shredded cabbage in a bag, and so I thought I definitely need to make things with that. I'm not normally gonna flip it over, but I think some I will. So I've got shredded cabbage, so I thought I could just throw it in the freezer, make egg roll in a bowl, something like that. That is really good. But I think I'm going to do for mine, for today, I'm gonna make Asian lettuce wraps, because I got those lettuce, the soft, you know, the butter lettuce or whatever it is. How fun that is. And then I'm gonna do an Asian lettuce wrap, because in my cupboard I bought a bunch of the, what's those things called? I'm thinking out loud here. What did I buy? Water chestnuts. Water chestnuts, and I can chop those up, put it in there, because it's just a container of the cabbage. That would be really good, and with some soy sauce and sesame seed oil. And then, so I'm gonna make some lettuce wraps for that. That can be, and chicken. I pulled out some shredded chicken. You could cook your chicken and do like the ground chicken, but I already have shredded, so it'll be yummy that way. And then for dinner, I bought hot dog buns yesterday. So I've got, I can do slaw dogs. They like slaw dogs. That would actually work really good. So I'm thinking that'll be my 2 meals for today. So I've got the hot dogs over there, and I've got hot dog buns in the refrigerator here. So those will be our meals today, and that'll be easy. Kids will like it. And then if you don't want a hot dog, you can have more lettuce wraps for dinner, just depending on the child and what they like. So, all right, let's keep making. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start baking. So I'm gonna do some monster cookies because my kids like it. This is easy. I'll put the recipe on the screen. I'm using up peanut butter, which I pulled out my baking one. I got that Reese's peanut butter one. It was already empty in the refrigerator, so I put that in the trash. So I've got some more, so I'm gonna use a little bit of chunky, because there's only a little bit, and then regular, because we have that. And then I've got a mixture of chocolate chips I have to get out. I have some M&Ms. I think I have Reese's. There's chocolate chips, there's butterscotch, and just gonna mix it up to put in here. This is easy. This recipe freezes nicely. You can put it and make it into the balls, bake them, and then put them in the freezer, or you can just freeze the dough. Whatever is easier for you. We like it. It's easy. It's delicious. Yummy. Recipe on the screen. When you're mixing up cookies and baked goods, you can take out like a 1/4 cup of your sugar, and your kids won't even notice the difference. Like this was 1.5 cups of sugar. I did 1 1/4 cups of sugar for each one, just a way to cut out a little bit. If you do any more, it's kind of like, oh, these don't taste as good. So don't go drastic. Just cut back a little bit. Even if you make them routinely, then you can start cutting out a little bit more over time. But that's what I do for my recipes. Okay, I had to laugh because I just got rid of a tool, and it was a long, thicker stick to go inside peanut butter and get peanut butter out without getting your hands all covered with peanut butter. That's okay. So I'm just gonna have to wash the peanut butter off. It's good. I have a flimsier stick. It's just not good to bend in the bottom because my peanut butter is cold and a little bit harder to get out, but it's good. So keep mixing up your cookie dough. When you're making this, do your sugars, peanut butter, butter, and eggs, and then just whip that together here and mix it up, and then you'll add everything after. For this recipe, it's vanilla. I don't have any more vanilla, so I'm gathering up things. I bought caramel because I was gonna make my own ice caps last time I went to Michigan. That never happened. Or I did, it was okay. It just doesn't taste like going to Tim Hortons. So I'm skipping that. So I have a little caramel flavor. We'll do something with that. But I have maple. I just have to get some more vanilla. So I have the maple up there. I'm like, well, we'll use maple. That's, when the Lord gives you maple, you use maple. So this is gonna be 6 cups of oatmeal. This makes the cookie nice and chewy. Now there's no flour in this recipe. I do add a little bit. I add about 3/4 of a cup of flour. I'm counting here in my head, 6. 3/4 of a cup of flour in here just to kind of make it a little bit thicker. You don't have to, but I am. So I don't think I wrote it down. I didn't write it down. So if you want to do it, if not, it just makes it a little bit thicker in the recipe. So, and then it's baking, let's see, teaspoon baking soda. I have this big giant container. We used to have this fill, but it's like such a pain to get out now. I just need a smaller one. So I will be downsizing, probably just keeping the box. I'm sure baking soda used to come in a box. Does it come in a box still? I'm sure it does. I wonder if they have a little container. I'm gonna have to look that up. Like, you know, like your baking powder has a container. It'd be smart to do that so you wouldn't have an open box in your pantry, but it's good. Let's just mix this up, and then after this is mixed, I'll add my flour in there, and then I've got a random supply of chocolate chips. M&M's right here. I do have Reese's. I might keep those. That will be chocolate chips, butterscotch chips. I have a little bit of open chips here, and I'll add some other ones here. It's about 2 cups total of it. It's good. Just mix this up. So I mixed in those chips and then I put together a bag. This will be enough for another batch the next time we make these. So I'll just put these, I gotta hide them in the pantry behind things because everybody will find them. And then I'm just gonna make them into balls here on the cookie sheet and bake them in the oven 350 for about 10 minutes. I'm getting hungry and I'm making cookies and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get some breakfast here. So I'm got a bagel in the toaster for myself. I'm gonna mix some orange juice up right here. I'm pretty sure it just went right to the top and rinse this out. I'm doing good, got dishes done, cleaned up my mess, put my crepe maker in, hold on. And this pull-up cupboard out down here on the bottom of the top is kind of empty, so that worked out to put it right there. Stir this and make my bagel. Got to take a break, sit down for a few minutes and eat breakfast, and then my cookies were done, so I took them out of the oven. I was just gonna use the same cookie sheets, but I think I'm just gonna rotate. It's okay, it's only a few quick washes to wash these off. Cookies are almost done. I've got one more batch in the oven. So what I'm gonna do is, I was gonna make my energy bites, but I'm gonna do angel food cake. I have a bunch of these. And so normally I make this with a can of crushed pineapple. I know I don't have any. I'm pretty sure I don't have any crushed pineapple. I just cleaned my cupboard. I don't. No, I don't. But 1 can of crushed pineapple, liquid and all, and this mixed together is really, really good. But we're just gonna add good old-fashioned water. That works. I might add a little bit of almond extract to it because, you know, I like that flavor. I mean, it should be enough almondy. We'll just leave it. I don't have any scissors. I'm missing my scissors. They disappeared, so I'm having to use a knife to cut open my packages, but it works. So by making this cake gives me an excuse to use this pan. I haven't used this one at all yet because I haven't made angel food in a long time. So I'm gonna follow directions, not let it stick. Let's be hopeful. So it just says to put it in an ungreased pan. So I'm gonna say it's literally water and kid mix, that's it. Simple. Simple and easy. Pour this in here. If you don't have scissors, it's gonna be kind of weird. And then you just stir it away. Okay, let's get the mixer out and do this one. So I've got my angel food cake in the oven, so I'm gonna make something I haven't made in a long time, energy bites. We used to make these every week, every single week, or make a big batch, put them in the freezer. I even have on my blog, I'm like large size family recipe where you literally used 15 cups of oatmeal. My goodness. But that's when I did like once a month baking. I used to, like, instead of once a month cooking, I did once a month baking. That's how I started. I started doing small things like pancakes, waffles, pizza dough, things like that that I would use all month and just baked one time, and then that turned into food, and you know, that's the rest is history. So, but now I don't need to do that big, so I'm just gonna have a smaller size. I have energy bites for the smaller family. We're gonna double this recipe, I think, because it's like 2 cups of oatmeal. I feel like that's good, and then we'll make 1 batch of it. 2 batches of what's here. I sprayed my little, I'm gonna measure it out because it's been a while. Sprayed this with it's honey, peanut butter mixed together, and then I have flaxseed meal, which I think is just ground up flaxseed, correct? Hopefully I got that. Yes, it's Canadian flaxseed. And then I've got unsweetened shredded coconut, chocolate chips. I'm gonna use these ones, the Enjoy Life ones, whatever you have. I'm just gonna use these, and oats. Mix it all together, it's delicious. These energy bites, we roll these out into balls. It's fine, it's easy. You can do it into bars, you can do whatever. I just like them in balls. I like freezing them solid and put them in like a bag or a container, just easier to grab out when we want to eat them. So however you want to do them, this is just how we're gonna do them. Okay, moving on, I have all my desserts done. So the angel food cake is cooking, it's rising up, it's looking good in the oven. Cookies are done. The energy bites I put in the freezer, those will be good. I will take those out later, probably today, or probably tomorrow more than likely. Put them in a bag and they will be frozen and be great. Yummy, delicious treats. So now I'm gonna move on to lunch for today. So for lunch, I'm gonna make lettuce wraps because I have all of this. Remember, I got 3 of these for $1, I think they were. When you got lettuce, make some lettuce wraps. So I'm going in, I had cabbage as well. So I pulled out chicken, I had a little bit of rice, plain rice, and the cabbage, bag of cabbage, and I've got soy, sesame, and rice wine vinegar. I think I used salt and pepper and garlic. And then a can of water chestnuts. So I'm gonna dice these water chestnuts up, and then I will go over here to the stove and we will cook the ingredients in the mixture, and it's good and easy and delicious. This is going to be very simple to put together. So I'm going to take some chicken, put this in here, turn the stove on here. Is it frozen? It's thawed, okay. You can take ground chicken, like take a chicken breast, put it in the food processor and grind it up. Either way, whatever works for you. I'm just gonna put everything together. So I'm gonna put some garlic. We like garlic, so I'll put big chunks of garlic in there. And the water chestnuts here, all diced up. And then, let me think, this is cook until tender. I guess we can just add everything together, right? Like, let's just do it all at once. I don't think it's gonna matter. And then I have that bag of coleslaw. Use it up. Now I also have a little bit of rice. I added rice to mine. I'm gonna add rice to this too. This is just plain rice. You don't have to add that, but I am. Because we're gathering up everything that we have and using it so that none goes to waste. And then it's 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna do 3 of soy sauce. And then use a little bit of rice wine vinegar. Let's do about 1, 2 tablespoons about sesame oil. You just need a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, what did I not add? Hoisin sauce. I didn't add any of that. So we will mix this up and kind of see how this tastes. If you have hoisin sauce, great. It's more like a little bit you would add like sugar. So I might have to add, I'm gonna say like brown sugar to it would probably be really good, or honey would be really good too. But let me just stir this together, see the flavor combinations we have, and we might just leave it at this. I'm not gonna worry about a marinade, like a hoisin sauce in here. It does help to have it in there. If you don't, basically it tastes like a stir fry because it's just sesame seed oil, a little bit of the rice vinegar, and soy sauce. But we eat ours with sweet chili sauce, which is all gone. I have to get more. Sweet chili sauce, the Mayploy one. We like that. So it's already gonna have a nice flavor. We do add that on there. So I'm thinking just to keep it the way it is, let it kind of cook down, and then put on lettuce leaves, and then put the Mayploy chili sauce on it, and that will give it enough flavoring. I was gonna add stuff I like Googled. I'm like, what could you use? But I think it's gonna be fun because we're not having it plain. We'll have everybody will eat it with the sauce. So just let that kind of steam down for a few minutes. I'm going to rinse off my lettuce. Here is the sweet chili sauce we like. This is done. This is what we're gonna have for lunch. I'm gonna put it in a container. It's a little heavy and hot. Careful, careful. Perfect. Lettuce. I put a paper towel in here to collect some of the water, and this to go on top. And this is lettuce wraps. That is lunch today. Delicious, easy, private today and tomorrow. Moving right along, getting done. What I'm gonna do for dinner tonight is we're gonna have these hot dogs. And then I had leftover meat right here from, what was this stuff called? It was Sloppy Joe's. So Sloppy Joe meat is a little bit, it's in the refrigerator. I'm gonna put this back in the refrigerator. It's obviously sweeter than like, you know, hot dog, slaw dog meat, but I feel like it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce to this and then just mix it up, heat it up tonight for dinner. That's how I'm gonna just change my Sloppy Joe to a slaw dog meat, because not everybody uses it, just a few kids do, so it's gonna work. And then I'm gonna mix up some coleslaw. Now, the only problem is I have, I didn't put that on my list, like so little Miracle Whip, like so tiny. So I had to look and do a Google for some, and I'm like, they use an egg yolk. I don't want to put eggs in mine, so I am going to have to get creative here and make this. So I'm going to add some milk in here, shake this up so I get all of this out, and then basically I'm going to use a little bit of vinegar, sugar, salt, lemon juice, and mustard. We're going to see, this is a cup of canola oil. I'm not going to do canola oil. We're going to add a little bit of this dressing. I have to do what I can do. So you create, make what you have, because I was like, oh, I don't have any. You do with what you can. So let's see if we can make somewhat Miracle Whip. Okay, that doesn't taste bad at all. Obviously, it tastes a little bit more like the salad dressing, the onion one, but it's not bad. I feel like it's gonna be good for coleslaw. This is all about making do with what you have versus running to the store, right? I can run to the store and get Miracle Whip, or I could have, but look at, I was able to kind of mix up a little bit of ingredients there. My spoons are all over here, that's right. So I was able to mix up with what I had and create that, and that's not bad at all. Would I serve this for a party? No, but I'm gonna serve it for my family. It's gonna be fine. So This is just stirred up here. So this will be our hot dogs topping tonight. So we'll do the hot dogs. I'm not gonna cook any of those on camera. That'll be tonight. We'll probably boil them. They like boiled hot dogs. I don't know. I like grilled hot dogs. Crispy, you know, blackened, that's a good thing. And then they can I'm gonna put a little of that meat there. Like I said, I'm gonna put a little bit of stuff in it. We'll do that in a minute here. We'll taste. Let's taste this. I feel like this is gonna be good. Okay, all I did was add some Worcestershire sauce to the meat, and it gives it a little bit of that beefier meat flavor. So this is gathering fragments and hot dogs. We're gonna have this tonight. Easy, like that's it. That's all I had to do today. I'm looking at my list. Treat and baking day. So we've got the energy bites, we've got the monster cookies, and the angel food cake is sitting here. I'm hoping to let it cool, hoping it will slide off like it's supposed to. We're gonna see. And then we've got hot dogs, slaw dogs tonight, and I can pull some Taki chips, probably some Taki chips in there, and then we'll also do this Asian wraps for lunch. That's a good day's worth of food. I'm thinking that's good. I wasn't gonna do this on camera because I'm like, what if it doesn't come out? It's okay. I just took a knife, a big knife, and ran around the outside. I didn't do the middle, but I feel like it's coming out. Look it. It works. It worked. Angel food cake. Ooh, right there, delicious. I'm finished for today. So what I did, I'm gonna leave this cake out. I put some cookies in my little jars over here. Let me close this on the bottom. Right here, I put the cookies in my little candy jar. So I've got 2 in there, and then I had a whole bag that went in the freezer, and then the energy bites are still not frozen, so those will eventually get frozen, and then we will have those. You know, as kids, if we're gonna go to the park, just grab energy bite on your way out with the water. It works. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Large family of baking. We are still considered a large family. 6 kids is still a large family compared to most people who have what, 2.1 kids or 2.2 kids or whatever the national average is. So enjoyed our baking. We've got some treats for the week into next week as well. So you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna go. What I'm gonna do now is start my day. So I'm gonna edit, kids are gonna get their chores done, school done, and then we'll probably head out, go to the park. It's a sunny day. It's gonna be a good day today, so we might as well enjoy the weather while we can. So have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.